Hey creepy fans, creepy girl here. This is pretty much my stinker edition of creepy girl movie reviews. I have one pretty good movie. Let me start off with that one. It wasn't bad. STAKELAND. This movie, it was pretty good. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Had some pretty ravenous vampires in it. Basically, apocalyptic world where the vampires have taken over and the humans are trying to survive. I mean, seen it all before. It opened with a kind of disturbing scene, I guess. So maybe that's why a lot of people liked it, because they kind of shock you right at the beginning, where you're like, oh my god, can't believe they did that. But then, the vampires, like I said, are pretty ravenous. They're pretty wild. So, that's good. It was a good movie. I'm glad I watched it, but nothing too exciting for me. I just wasn't real excited about it. It was a good, solid movie, but nothing too exciting. Okay, The Clinic. The storyline on this, good storyline. That's why I got it. It's basically about, a woman that she wakes up. She was pregnant. She wakes up. She's no longer pregnant. Her baby's gone. She's in some kind of facility where there's these other women and their babies are gone and they're trying to figure out what happened. That's basically what the movie's about. Not really anything too... It just struck me as an extreme movie, and I thought it was going to be really extreme, and it wasn't. It really wasn't. It was... and then the reason behind it was, I guess, something that really happens in the world today, but this is a little kookier than what would actually happen. But, it was an okay movie. I would give it a 6 out of 10, maybe. Just because the idea of the story was good. It was watchable. It was watchable. It just kind of fell a little flat. Okay, Zombies Anonymous. Now, a friend of mine told me this was a really good movie. Again, the story, the idea of it, great idea. But this is basically what I call a home movie. Like, it looks like, not real professionals made it. People that really don't act made it. And, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad for that kind of movie. So I'll give it a 5 out of 10, because it was... I can't give it higher than that, because I watched the whole thing, but it was barely watchable to me. It barely was watchable. This movie's about, zombies are people too, and people are prejudiced against zombies, and the idea of the story, I liked it, so I thought it would be good, but the acting was just not good at all. And it was home movie filmed, so that's all I can do for that one. There was also 2 movies I saw on pay-per-view. One was called Good Neighbors. I'm going to give that one a 7 out of 10, because actually that was a pretty good story. And the cool thing about that movie that I did like was they reveal the killer in the middle of the movie, and I saw it and I thought to myself, did they just show who the killer was? But I ignored it, and then at the end, after the movie was over, I had to rewind, and I said, because they didn't really explain anything at the end. So, but then if you go back, that one moment, they do tell you who the killer is. And all that movie is about 3 quirky neighbors. They live in the same apartment complex, and they all have these weird things about them. And there's a killer loose, you know, a serial killer that's killing women, raping them, killing them, whatever. And then you know, you start to realize it's one of these three neighbors. And you got to watch close, though. Watch close when you watch it, because they actually reveal the killer. And if you blink, you're going to miss it. You're going to miss it. So that one, I kind of like that one. I really shouldn't have put that on the stinker one. But then there was another one I watched called SPIDERHOLE. And this movie was about squatters that they break into an abandoned house and they live in it. And of course, they break into the wrong house and they get locked in. And there's this evil guy, you know, that's going to kill and torture them. But I'm going to give that movie a 5 out of 10. I mean, there were moments where I was scared a little bit, so that's why I'll give it a 5. But it had such potential for awesome gore, but yet it cut that stuff out. You know what I mean? Like, this gory thing is happening, but they're not really showing it. And I hate that. So, yeah. I was pretty pissed at that movie. And then, at the end, it kind of left you like, okay, that's it, that's alright, you know? So, yeah. Okay. And this is how my month went. Now, this movie, I'm going to give it the Grand Stink Award. I'll give this movie a 0. You want to know why? Because I heard about this movie and I thought, wow, this movie sounds really awesome. Look at this on the cover. Deeply unsettling. Some roads should not be taken. All kinds of awards for it. It's basically about, supposedly based on a true story, but it's not. That these people, long time ago, went off on this road, the Yellow Brick Road, the name of the movie, Yellow Brick Road, and they disappear. Some of them were found frozen and blah, blah, blah. So these people want to study the situation, they want to analyze the situation, so they get permission to go to this place to follow the road and find out what happened. And when they get there, the GPS takes them to a movie theater, and they're confused. But then this girl shows up and takes them on this road. And, like, things happen, and there's no explanation for it. It's like they're in the middle of wilderness, and music's playing, driving them crazy, but nobody looks for a speaker. They're just like, oh, music's playing in the woods. Oh, and it's making us crazy. Okay, why? Why? And then, so they follow on. All these crazy things happen, and people die, and then they get to the end, and they're at the, okay, I can't give you a spoil, but don't even see this movie, so if I say anything, it's not going to be a spoiler, because I'm saving your life for not watching this. I mean, there actually are people out there that like this movie. I don't understand how they can like it. I don't get it. I mean, the guy said, you know, this was supposed to be symbolic of hell, and they were in hell. Okay, well, if they were in hell, why are they, when did they die? There's no, you know, it doesn't make any sense. This movie makes no sense. And I say it all the time. Like, if I'm going to watch a movie, I want to hear a story. And it's not my story. I'm not supposed to guess what happens or come to my, everybody gets to come to their own conclusion. That's not telling somebody a story. That's not telling somebody a story. That's like saying to your friend, hey, I went to the store the other day and somebody punched me in the face. Okay, and why did they punch you in the, what happened? Nope, that's it. That's all I'm telling you. That's what this movie is like. It's like you're supposed to draw your own conclusion and decide what happens and blah, blah, blah. It sucked, okay? And if you like this movie, I'll never understand how you can like it. And there are people that like it. I don't want to be judgmental, but, I mean, this is just, it's my opinion. Like I said, You want to tell me a story? Tell me a story. Tell me a story. Don't tell me part of the story. Don't let me try to figure out for myself what happened. Horror movies leave a little mystery at the end. I understand that. I like that. I like that sometimes. A little mystery, like did they live? Did they die? You know, what was that? You know, but this whole thing is no explanation, no reason, no rhyme, no sense. It makes no sense. And when I read this, I was so looking forward to it. I thought it was going to be this awesome movie, and it was the worst movie probably ever. I mean, the acting was okay, I guess. But there was even one kind of gory scene, I guess. Not really this. It didn't look real. It looked stupid to me. But, yeah. This is just a frustrating movie. It's not just a... I'm not giving it a 0 because it's such a bad movie. I'm giving it a 0 because it pissed me the F off, okay? It just pissed me off. And I wasted my money, and I wasted my time. You know, that's an hour and a half I'm never going to get back in my life. And just, whoever made this, you're a jerk, okay? You're a jerk. That's all I got to say. So anyways, those are movies that don't waste your time with. Except for STAKELAND. STAKELAND was good. A lot of people might even love this movie. I liked it. Just kind of a little fell flat. And Good Neighbors, I kind of like that too. And a lot of people might love that movie too. And I don't know, you might want to watch it because you're going to want to see what I'm talking about with the killer. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. And hopefully next month will be a lot luckier with the movies. That's it. Pleasant screams.